You know the vibes. We're back. It's Friday, the final episode of the week. We're back next week. But until then, we're going to drop some heat for you right now. Usually we record the show after all the games are finished, but I just rang BJ. I said, yo, we need to record this live reactions, hot off the press, because the NBA have announced their all-star starters for 2022. And there's some interesting names. BJ, how are you doing this evening?
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats to the fellas.
Congrats. Congrats. It's interesting, never a dull moment in the NBA. And when you called, normally I thought you were just calling to check in. I know you don't sleep over there. I don't sleep over here. So we thought we would just get it started early. So here we are.
Listen,
talk a little NBA.
I was watching the Sixers-Lakers game, and when we did Heat Check on Sky Sports on Tuesday, you asked me what I thought would happen in the Lakers game on Sunday against the Hawks. And I said, well, we don't know if Anthony Davis will be playing. Everyone laughed at me. They said, he's coming back to the court tonight against Brooklyn. I said, well, how do you know he's going to stay healthy till Sunday? And lo and behold, 2 minutes into the first quarter, I see AD hobbling up with an injury. LeBron's not playing. I don't know why he's not playing. He said he's got a sore knee. I think he just wanted to play at the 5 against Joel Embiid. So I rang BJ. I said, let's get it cooking. Because ladies and gentlemen, the year is 2022. Okay, I just saw a tweet that said, if you had told me 2 years ago that Andrew Wiggins would be an all-star star, I would think some global catastrophe have happened. And it has, but that's not the reason why he's the star. He's been playing good basketball. But here are the all-star star teams. LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Andrew Wiggins, Stephen Curry, and Ja Morant for the West. And for the East, a little bit more predictable. Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, and Trey Young. BJ Armstrong, hit me with your thoughts right now.
Well, 3 of the starters in the East. That's part of my 7-footer dream lineup.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, and Giannis. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. You put my guy Jokic in there, and then you put my other guy Evan Mobley in there, and that's my starting.
It's too early. It's too early. Give me another
That's
year.
my starting five. That's my starting five.
We're gonna get to drafting our all-star teams in a sec, but I want your reaction to Trey Young, who was actually in your picks, but I didn't have him.
I'm okay with that. I'm
okay with Trey Young. I'm okay with it, but I feel like Zach LaVine.
Who else you gonna put in there? Who else you gonna put in there?
Zach LaVine, 100%. Zach LaVine. He's averaging the exact same numbers as DeMar DeRozan on the exact same team, and that team is at the top of the Eastern Conference. The Atlanta Hawks, up until a week and a half ago, they were terrible. They couldn't win any games. And bear in mind, Zach LaVine is at least respectable on defense. Trey Young be getting cooked by everyone. Okay, but let's talk about the West, because that's what the people want to hear. Andrew Wiggins, former number 1 pick. They said he was a bust. They said he was on the worst contract in the NBA. This is the power of Stephen Curry, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe not the power of Stephen Curry. I'll tell you the real reason. But BJ, I want to know your reaction. I want to know your reaction to Andrew Wiggins, and then I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the real reason why he's there.
Well, tell me the real reason, other than okay. I get it. It's a popularity contest.
No, it's not. It's
Andrew
not
Wiggins.
He's not popular amongst fans. He's not. Let me tell you this.
Okay.
We talk about
he is in the fan base now of the Golden State Warriors.
No. BJ, you got to let me break this down for you.
Okay.
We talk about the business of basketball. And Joe Lacob made everyone upset a few years ago when he said the Warriors are light years ahead. And I'm telling you, this is why the Warriors are light years ahead. Back on January the 8th, the Golden State Warriors employed a Thai rapper called Bam Bam, who's part of the K-pop group GOT7, to be their global ambassador. Now, that might not make any sense to you. You see how the Raptors have got Drake as their global ambassador? The Warriors said, we're going to hire a rapper in Thailand to be our global ambassador. This kid's got 10 million followers.
Okay.
So he got hired on January the 8th. And on January the 8th, he tweeted, it's the best time to begin 2022. He is one of the best two-way players. Wiggs deserves to be an all-star. Vote Andrew Wiggins into the 2022 All-Star game. Can't wait to meet you all soon. That tweet generated 37,000 retweets and counting from his army of followers. And there were plenty of other tweets. That one man.
What's this guy's name? What's his name again?
Bam Bam.
Okay.
K-pop singer, Thai rapper. Now, you might not have heard of him. Our listeners may not be familiar with him, but K-pop fans rule the internet. I don't know how they have so much power, but they band together, and if one of their artists tells them to do something, they all go and do it. And as soon as this guy said Andrew Wiggins needs to be in the All-Star game, they went in their thousands, their tens of thousands, their hundreds of thousands, dare I say millions, to vote for Andrew Wiggins. So the Warriors are light years ahead. To have the vision and foresight to know that the K-pop market on the other side of the world would be able to generate an all-star starting selection for the fourth best player on their team. Listen, the business of basketball, the Warriors are light years ahead, because Andrew Wiggins, I get he's got the Warriors fan base, but it should have been Draymond. We all know it should have been Draymond in that spot. Andrew Wiggins, K-pop superstar.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah. I know you ain't gonna believe it.
Mo, I can't let you get away. I can't let you get away with it.
I'm telling you straight facts. Remember a few years ago when they had Zaza Pachulia almost leading in All-Star votes because of a Vine superstar from Georgia saying that you need to all go and vote for Zaza Pachulia? The exact same thing happened. This is the internet now, BJ. This is how we're doing things. This is the definition of an influencer.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about these influencers in the UK that promote their rubbish products. This is a real influencer. Influenced.
All right, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I can't. Like, Andrew Wiggins has played well this year.
He
has played well this year.
Yeah, good. He's good. He's not been a star. He's been good.
He has played well this year. They have been 1-2 all year. He has been a major reason why. He's been one of, if probably the most consistent player as far as playing over the last couple of years. Now, I don't know how many games he's played as far as comparing it to the other guys, but he's been out there and he's improved. Now, I don't have a problem actually with him if we want to consider him a forward being in that position. I really don't have a problem with that. You know, we don't have one player as a starter from the Phoenix Suns.
Talk to them.
No. This is about the respect in the game. I'm not mad at it. Look, Andrew, or whoever you want to represent from the Warriors, okay, that's great. That's great. That's whatever it is. But you can't tell me not one player from the Phoenix Suns.
Who would you have had, Booker or CP?
Well, because of the respect, you know, to me, it's always about respect. I'm going to have Devin Booker. I thought Devin Booker should have been, you know, and not because Ja Morant doesn't deserve to be an all-star. Morant deserves to be an all-star.
He has to be, and Steph has to be. So do you think they should get away and just scrap positions completely instead of having 2 backcourt and 3 front court? Do you think they should just scrap positions and say the best 5 players?
Well, again, however they, you know, that's the politics of it, however you want to do it. You know, you need 2 forwards, you need a center, you need 2
they
guards.
took centers out of the thing and it turned into just 3 forwards.
And in the end, yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They devalued the center position and now just call them forwards. And now the centers are 1, 2, 3 in the MVP category, and now suddenly that's back. So I think you just want to get the best players. I think you just want to get the best players. Now, again, I don't have a problem with Ja Morant because you know what I feel about Ja Morant. Ja Morant, you better point guards out here now in the West. No, I want to say this. All you point guards out here right now. You better hold on to your all-star status as long as you can, because John Morant he's burned the door down. He's not knocking at the door anymore. John Morant is going to be an all-star starter for the next 10 years.
Book it. As long as he doesn't get injured 10 plus years, there's one spot that's been taken off the board.
Yes.
He's there.
Yes. Now, John Morant is here. So because of his age, I was willing to allow him to come off the bench this year because of his age.
Respect the young dogs.
But if you want to talk about who should be an all-star starter, John Morant deserves to be an all-star starter. I don't. All these other guards, you better get it in now, because that position, John Morant is coming for everybody's head. Devin Booker this year, I mean, he had a 3-piece last
43,
night.
but no one talks about the Phoenix Suns.
Nobody
talks about the Phoenix Suns.
So all I'm saying is the Phoenix Suns, they have the best record in the league. The 4 best guards in the Western Conference are the following: Devin Booker,
Steph Curry,
CP3, and John Morant. Those are the 4.
There's only 2 spots on the team. There's only 2 spots on the team. So my question to you, I need an answer though. Should they do away with positions and just have the best 5 players?
No.
So you don't think the team should have been John Morant, Steph Curry, Devin Booker, LeBron, and Jokic? You don't think that would have been better than having Andrew Wiggins in the team? You wouldn't have rather had Booker instead of Andrew Wiggins?
I like small forward, power forward, center, 2 guard, point guard. That's what I like.
Okay.
When you start doing, because what I don't want to reward is just like, like what the NBA did. The NBA cleverly took away the center position. I don't want to devalue.
Okay. Well,
all right. It's positionless. It's positionless basketball.
Okay.
No, I'm all about is play your position.
Okay.
Know your role.
So BJ, then let's do this. Let's get down to it.
Let's do it. Okay.
You be LeBron. You be LeBron, and I'll be KD. We're going to draft these teams as they are going to do in a week's time. I'll let you have the first pick. Bearing in mind, you're LeBron and I'm KD. Those 2 names are off the board. Who are you taking with that first pick?
Who's off the board? Tell me who's off the board again?
So you are LeBron and I'm KD.
Okay.
That's who's going to pick the teams, right? So LeBron and KD are off the board. Who is your first pick for your team? Out of those other
Giannis.
8 players.
Giannis. You know who my first pick is. You know who my first.
No, not your first pick. LeBron's first pick. You see what I'm saying?
Giannis.
Okay.
No, I don't see what you're saying. What you saying? What are you saying?
You're drafting as if how they are going to when they pick their all-star teams. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay.
I'm going Giannis.
I'll say Embiid for KD.
Okay.
Second pick.
Who am I? LeBron?
You're LeBron.
Just out of these 10 players, right?
Yeah. Because that's how they have to pick. They have to pick out of the other 8 guys.
LeBron, I got Giannis, and you just pick. Who did you just pick again?
Embiid.
KD. You just picked Embiid. All right. Let me make sure I got my list here. I'm trying to think. I'm going to go. If I'm LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Curry.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you what. You took my pick. because I was relying on your undying love for Ja Morant shine through. But I'll take Ja Morant.
You said I said if I'm LeBron. If I said I'm LeBron, you didn't ask me who I would take.
No,
you said LeBron. So I'm trying to think like he would think. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Ja Morant off the board.
Okay. I'm going Jokic.
And then I'll take DeRozan.
Okay, then I'm going Wiggins.
Okay. And I'll take Trey.
Okay.
So let's see how that matches up.
So you got KD took Embiid, Ja. Who else did you take?
Let's do it by matchups, right? Let's do it by point guard. Seeing as you love the positions, let's go. At center, we have the big man matching up. You have Jokic. I have Embiid.
Okay.
At power forward, you have Giannis. I have KD.
Okay.
At small forward, you got a big team. You got LeBron. And I got DeRozan.
Okay.
And then at the two guard, you got Wiggins.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Trey. And then at the one, you got Steph. And I've got Ja. How'd you like that matchup? Those two teams going.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that matchup.
Bear in mind, it's an all-star game, not a real game. So there will be no defense played.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Who's winning that?
It's a toss-up. I am not. Well, first of all, KD's not going to play.
Yeah, KD will have an injury replacement. That's a hell.
Let's get that. Let's get that off. Yeah. So let's get that off. Let's get that off the board.
Then the team becomes a whole lot weaker because then who's next up in the East? Who's replacing Kevin Durant? There's no one. No one's on that level.
Yeah, I think, but again, it's a good matchup. I'm looking at Trey and Curry is matching up, and Ja and Wiggins matching up, Jokic, Embiid matching up.
But Giannis and LeBron together, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah, that team's winning. I don't even think it's close. I don't even think it's close. If LeBron gets the first pick and he picks Giannis, it is what it is. Because one thing about Giannis is, unlike these guys, he's going to go hard. He won the MVP in the All-Star game last year, and you best believe he's going to go for it again. The Kobe Bryant Most Valuable Player Award. Unlike the other guys, Giannis don't care. He's going to go for it, I think, anyway.
I would like to see Embiid and Giannis play together. I would like to see Giannis and Embiid play with each other.
I think they'd have fun.
I just want to see. I want to see this. I want to see if there's another player who can match the physicality if both of those guys are on the same team.
Oh, no one. No one.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see if there's someone else that's willing to say, okay, hey, like, I want to match their physicality. Or if everybody's just going to get out of their way. I really, because Giannis, I think Giannis is going to try to make another statement.
Yep.
I think he's going to make a statement.
He wants his respect.
And it's unfortunate KD won't be playing, but this is a good lineup. I'm not mad at it. Let
me tell you the one thing I want, though.
Yeah.
I don't want them to pick the teams on TV. I want them to pull up at the All-Star game on Sunday, line up on the half-court line with a bunch of jerseys in both teams with their names on, and I want them to pick there and then like they're on the playground. That's what I want to see. You, my team. You, my team. Go and put on that jersey. Go put on that jersey. We're going to hoop. That's how I want to see it done. I don't want to see it on the TV. I know they do it on the TV show to get the ratings, but I need to see it live and direct. Line up on the half-court line. We're picking squads. That's how I want to see it. You don't think that'd be more fun?
I'm not mad. Well, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at anybody who is trying to come up with creative ways to play.
Yeah.
And creative ways to choose the team, because the fans love this. The fans love it. And they get a chance to see their favorite players and choose players and all those things. But I do know this. The players are very aware of politically what they need to do. So whether they do it on television the way they've done it, or whether they do it when they get to the game or the arena, so be it. That's for the fans. I'm off. Whatever chooses the fans is great. I just want to see who thinks he's the best player. I watch the All-Star game every year with one goal in mind. Who thinks they're the best player?
Yeah.
But, because that player to me is always trying to signify to the rest of the league, what's going on. So I'm interested again to see who's going to be the best player. That's all I really care about. I'm excited. Congratulations to everyone. And then, hey, however you guys want to do it, it's fine by me.
It's all exciting, the All-Star game, but there is a sad situation I think we need to discuss. Did you read the story today about one of my favorite players, a cult hero, as it were, Aron Baynes?
I did not. What's going on with Aron Baynes?
There is a devastating, heartbreaking news story about Aron Baynes because no one's heard. I wondered why he's not on a roster this season. He was in the Olympics, and if you remember, he missed the last couple games of the Olympics, right? So there was a game where he was warming up against Nigeria, and he dunked the ball, lost his grip on the rim because he had some hand sanitizer on his hands that was still wet, fell on the court, and he hit his head and neck on the court. He thought he was normal, sat out the rest of the game just to be sure, went through the concussion protocol. A few days later, he was, whatever the next game was, he runs off after the third quarter to go to the toilet. As he runs around the corner, collapses. He is found in a pool of blood all over him with a giant cut down his arm. There was like holes in his arm. Then they think that he slipped and the hooks for the towels that are on the wall sliced him open and he passed out on the floor. They found him passed out. They woke him up, found that he couldn't even walk after the injury. He's laying in a hospital in Japan, and because it's COVID, no one can go to the hospital with him. He can't move his limbs. He had to go back to Australia they chartered a private medical flight where he was strapped, laying down, anesthetized for the 8-hour flight. And he's been recovering ever since. And, the story says that he's making a steady recovery and he's back on his feet trying to rehab now. But I just wanted to put some love out there and send some positivity and some prayers to Aron Baynes and his family. That's the craziest story I've read all week.
So what happened again? Yeah, what happened? He fell or he dunked or what happened? Where did this take?
So in the warm up, he dunked the ball, and he had he had just sanitized his hands, as you should be doing. But as he was holding onto the rim, his hand slipped off. So he fell back and hit his neck and his head on the floor. And it felt weird, thought it was cool. Then a few days later, when he ran off the court to the bathroom, as he turned the corner running into the bathroom, he must have slipped, hit his head again, woke up in a pool of blood. It's absolutely insane. You need to read the story. I think it's on ESPN. It's crazy. No one saw it happen. No one knows what happened. They just found him on the floor. No one knows what really happened, if he slips or whatever. But it's crazy. So I'm just wishing him the best of health, the best of the recoveries. I want to see him back in the NBA if he can at some point, because the doctors are saying he's trying to rehab 24 hours a day. He's not trying to rest. He's just trying to be on the court, getting back to it. And, it's just heartbreaking, especially because he couldn't be with his team Australia, who did so well in the Olympics as they went out there. I think they got the bronze medal in the end or however they finished the Olympics. But that was just a really sad story. So I just wanted to put a bit of a sad note to end the week on, but I just wanted everyone to, be grateful for all their blessings in their lives. And I wanted to say how grateful we are for everyone who rocks with us. I want to show some love to the fans, because the fans have been showing mad love to the show this week. And we consider it a blessing for every single one of you who tunes in. So people like Louis Drew, who's listening to the podcast while he was waiting for the All-Star draft to start. Rahul Asnani, who tunes in every day. Sevian, the homie, who tunes in every day. Sam Blake, who listens to the show every morning. GA34, who is telling the people on Twitter they need to come and rock with the Hoop Genius podcast.
Yes.
Instead of what they might be listening to. You know, the Memphis Grizzlies UK fan club who loved Brevin Knight joining the show this week. You know, James Lewis, always showing love. Rob Farmer, always showing love. James O'Toole, always showing love. Stuart Moore, who says, we brighten up his train journeys in the morning. The UK Nets fans, the UK Knicks fans, Brad Wilkins. There's too many names to mention. I just wanted to spread some love and say thank you. If I didn't mention your name, don't think I didn't see you. I just would be here all day if you read out all the names. But Fan Love Friday, I just wanted to say a big shout out to everyone who's a fan of the show, because that's why we do this. When I get a message, I got a message this week from my boy Matt. You might have seen it. And he said, hey, Mo and BJ, hope you're all good. I've just got back from the hospital and broken my leg, dislocated my ankle. First thing I did once I got out of surgery was listen to the show. And your positivity cheered me up massively. So BJ, let's end this week on some positivity. You got to hit me with, what are you looking forward to this weekend? Because I know Tom Brady's out of NFL and that's who you're rooting for. So I don't know about NFL, but I know Detroit ain't going to be making it to the Super Bowl. I don't know about NFL, but I know they ain't. So hit me with something positive that you're looking forward to this weekend, and let's spread some positivity to end the week on a high note.
Well, you know, Mom, I'm going to be watching a little football here. So, you know, a little football, a little American football.
Yeah, it's getting big over here too.
Yeah.
There's hella fans, NFL. What's the games this week that you're watching?
I'm going to be watching. You got Kansas City versus the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be watching that game a little bit. So I'm going to be looking.
Am I right in thinking Patty Mahomes?
Yeah, Patty Mahomes. I'm going to go with Mahomes. I'm going to go with Mahomes in that one. So just because, you know what, man, he's a stud. I was having this conversation because I don't know about NFL. I was telling someone to put it into basketball terms, and I was like, well, if Tom Brady is the Michael Jordan of NFL, is Patty Mahomes the LeBron James of the NFL? That's the conversation I was having. Well, you know, you got to understand football. It's not like basketball. You could be like, Tom Brady is unbelievable what Tom Brady does. Okay, but it doesn't mean you're necessarily the most dominant player. You know, because you got defense, you have, you know, running backs, you got wide receivers, defensive backs. You know, you can dominate the game, and you gotta have a line. So, you know, Tom Brady, if you give Tom Brady an opportunity in coverage and protect him, he could just pick you apart back there as a quarterback. Okay. This guy Mahomes is just a massive talent. You follow what I'm saying? He doesn't need. I mean, all quarterbacks need time, but he could scramble. He's got a strong arm. He just has it all. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a different, where Jordan was just Jordan, right? He was just great at everything.
Yeah.
This guy Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. He might be the best talent
ever,
as far as just. Well, he's one up. You know what I mean? There's been some amazing talents. And then on the other side, you're going to keep it in California. We've got our LA Rams, and you got the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers, they may not be pretty, but they just get it done. They grind. I'm
rooting for the 49ers this year. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm rooting for them?
Right.
Our good friend Jack, who lives in constant pain as a Sacramento Kings fan. He supports the 49ers. So I want them to win, because he's never going to win as a Kings fan. He had a tweet go viral in Portugal this week. He apologized to the nation of Portugal on behalf of the Sacramento Kings for drafting Neemias Queta, who's actually a very talented player, and making them stay up late to watch. So for his sake, we're going to get Jack on the show, okay? Because you guys hear about him all the time.
No, Jack's got to go on. You know, I don't know Jack. But Jack needs to come on.
Come on.
I think it's
he will. Do you know when he's going to come on? He's going to come on after the trade deadline, and we're going to discuss what the Kings do or don't do. Because I know it's going to be crazy for him.
Can I admit something?
Go on,
Mo. Can I admit something today?
Of course.
I'm just talking to Jack here, right? I'm just talking to Jack. Every time I talk to the Sacramento Kings now, I think of Jack. No, seriously. And I started laughing like this all the time. And they were like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, you wouldn't get the joke. So Jack.
Listen, we got to get him out there. They've got to put him in a courtside seat to say thank you. Because this guy stays up until 6 a.m. every day in the UK. The Kings play, he stays up in anger, rage, and pain.
Every time I talk to the Kings now, I think of Jack, and I can't help it.
Tell them to get him right, man.
I gotta tell them. I gotta give them the inside joke. We
right.
gotta get Jack. Jack,
we'll get him on.
With Kings, I'm rooting for the Kings because of Jack. And you know what, Jack, I am a Sacramento Kings fan because of you. You know, anyone that has that much passion, I got to roll with him.
Yeah, because I don't know how he does it, because I've had 2 tough seasons of being a Celtics fan, and I'm already stressed. I don't know how he's been doing it for 25 years.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling with the Kings. I'm rolling with the Kings.
Good luck. You know, this good luck. That's what I'm gonna say. Good luck. Okay.
Oh, you're hurting me. You're killing me now.
This weekend, I'm gonna be watching some football, but not NFL. I'm gonna be watching the Africa Cup of Nations.
Okay.
We got some quarterfinal action. We've got Egypt versus Morocco. We've got Senegal in action. Listen, it's good. I want to show some love to African Cup of Nations. It doesn't get the love it deserves and the respect it deserves. I've seen some fantastic football being played, some soccer, as you guys would call it. I see my people, Malawi, scored a banging goal the other day. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. And I'm going to be getting ready for the week. And of course, watching the NBA action, because we've got Brooklyn, Golden State. We've got the Lakers against the Hawks. We've got some great games coming up. We've got the Celtics against the Hawks tomorrow night. We've got, the Bucks and the Knicks, and, things could be changed. I heard Julius Randle's on a trade block, but that's something we're going to dive into next week, because this has been the third week of the new.
Oh, you almost got me started again.
Yeah. I had to tell them, chill. You got to wait for the next week. We need to see some more reviews coming in. We need to see you guys sharing the podcast on your Twitters, Instagram stories. Get the word out there. We're trying to grow this show. The more it grows, the more content we can do for you. The better we can do, the more guests we can get on. So I just want to say thank you for the love. BJ, enjoy your weekend. And most importantly, thank you for the love to all our fans. But more than that, get buckets.